Hello and warm welcome students. As promised that I'd be putting 10 super videos in last 10 days for your ICSE. I want you to all gear up, and I know I've been pretty busy because my students have IC students have had their first paper, and today they had their second paper, and it was great. And ICSE students themselves are so stressed up about the examination, due to which, and other rest of the students as well, due to which I wasn't able to come here and give you the content that you people need as well in your educational journey. But I'm back again and with a very super important video. I worked hard for this one because I have tried and seen which are the essay topics which are there, which are the essay topics that ICSE actually focuses on, or which has the probability of coming in your examination. Now, just a word of caution, it's true that you might not exactly get the same topic, but you might get something similar to it. So for example, just for instance, if I give you a topic called a visit to the park, so you might get a visit to the zoo. So just mentally prepare yourself. You might not get the exact topic, but you are getting the hint for the kind of topic that it might get. And obviously these are not sure shot. I'm not a part of the council, I'm not an examiner, I have not set the paper, I have no clue about anything, but these are something which is based on my analysis and my experience, and I'm sharing it with all of you here so that you get the best out of here. And for people who wish to practice and learn and utilize these last 10 days and make it better, they can use these essay topics for practice purpose and make their preparation stronger. Anyhow, even if you do not end up getting any of these topics in your examination, still practicing them would help you, would give you a good grasp, and would actually help you to get the good marks in your examination, would help you to get good marks in examination if you practice them. So anyhow, it's a good practice, and there are chances, and I'm saying that more than 50% chances, I'm not going to bet 100% or 80 or 95, but more than 50 chances that you might get a type of it. So please stay alert, focus on them, and try and get the best out of them. Okay, so now I'm going to share those that PDF, that page with you. You can have a look. I'm also going to choose one of the topics and just give you example how can you go about it, what can you do to make it better. Students, so as you can see, these are the details of the few topics that you have. The first topic that you have is describe a visit to your nearest park. Give details of the sights, smells, sound, and feelings. So this is your topic based on your descriptive essay. Now, when it comes to descriptive essay, it's very important to evoke the five senses. It's very important to talk about the five senses, to make sure that you use proper adjectives. So when you're writing a visit to the nearest park, make sure that you paint a picture in the minds of the reader, you paint a picture in the mind of the examiner, and the examiner feels that he or she is there. That is the essence of the descriptive essay. Now, if you feel that at this moment you cannot achieve that, that is not your forte, that is not something that you can do it, then I would suggest you to not go for descriptive essays, because descriptive essays are essays which would want you to heavily rely on description, heavily rely on evoking the five senses, making the person give us the visual feeling of visual feeling of being there, give us that visual feeling, but through your words. So if that is something that you feel that you are confident about, you can do it, then go ahead and practice one of these essays. Now for examination, it could come describe a visit to your nearest park, or describe a visit to your local area slum. It could come any of this, but describe a visit. So when you're attempting one of these, you're automatically preparing yourself, or preparing to understand how to write this essay if any of the components changes. Now, going to the next one, I think it's pretty important. A village fair is very different from a city one. It is usually held annually and is connected to the religious festival of harvest. The purpose of such a fair is trade and to exhibit and sell village handicraft. Again, describe one such fair. So another example of a descriptive essay. Now here it's a village fair. They can give you a school fair, because previous year they were ICSE was quite obsessed with ICC was quite obsessed with school and library. They give you one was the library, the other two or topics was also related to school. So they might end up giving you a school fete, a school concert, or anything of that sort. So a village fair is very different from a city one. And so again, you have to paint that visual picture in the mind of the reader. You have to describe in detail. Your introductory passage would be just like how. Also, one thing to keep in mind while attempting descriptive essay is that you write it in the way the mind perceives it. So the mind perceives it when you're entering a place. It's not that at the first instance you're looking everywhere and your eyes can reach, your gaze can reach and scan the whole place. It's one step at a time. So for you also, the essay has to be one step at a time, evoking all the five senses. Again, emphasis on five senses. So sight, smell, taste, if the taste is included. More or less taste is not included in a lot of essays unless you're writing an essay on food festival. Now they can also give you an essay on food festival, that's also there. So that is one of the possibilities. Another essay that I have not added but which is coming right off my mind is an essay or social gathering after COVID-19. That could also be there. So be prepared to have all these things in your mind. Even if you're not writing an essay, just take these topics and write down the points. Write 5 to 10 points in bullet form, or 7 to 5 to 50 1 to 15 points, so that if any of these topics come, or topics similar to that, obviously topics similar to this is definitely 100% going to be in your paper. This is what it is going to be in your paper, similar topics like these. So how are you going to approach it? Because many a times I think we waste our time, or our time gets wasted when we have to sit and think. But by doing this, but at this day, on this very day when this video would be uploaded, by doing this, what are you doing? You're actually preparing yourself. And you're saving that 5, 10, 15, or for some people 20 minutes that you'd waste to think. You're already preparing yourself. You're already thinking beforehand, so that on the examination you do not need to think. You already have thought about it. You already have made your bulleted points. And for some of you who wants to get really good marks, you've already written an entire essay on it, so you know how to approach it. The approach is already there. You will just begin. So one of the tips that you can use for getting better score. Now this third one is extremely important, because ICSE has given a topic like this twice in their examination. So it might be there in your paper, who knows. So money forms an important component on one's life. Write an essay for and against a statement. Against, I have made one entire video on argumentative essay and how should you approach argumentative essay for ICSE. According to me, it's one of the easiest forms of essays that you could attempt. If you haven't watched that video, go ahead and watch that video. There's still time, and you can come back and attempt this one, because as I told you just few minutes before, that they have given this topic twice in different forms of in different ways. So money has been given as a topic, as an argumentative essay, twice in your paper. So maybe this time they can also give it in the paper. So please, if you are sitting to write an essay, at least write this one. If you're sitting to write an argumentative essay, at least write this one. Who knows, maybe it's there and things become easier for you and you score really well. But if you are one of those students who's doing last minute studying and hope to get some important points or stuff like that, then it's not going to work for you. It's only going to work if you've worked entire year and now you're revising and now you're prepping your preparation. If you if from these videos, if your approach is that I am going to go and I'm going to get some important or something of that sort and I'm going to, pass or something, then that's not going to work for you. You have to work hard. You have been working hard, then only it's going to work for you. Last minute, if you have just sat to study 1 month before, then my dear child, you have wasted a lot of your time. Nothing is going to work for you much. But make sure that at least you're at this point, you can give as much as you can give, and you can use these videos to the best of your abilities. Money forms an important component of one's life. So again, if you're for, go for it directly, write about it. If you're against, go for it directly, write about it, introduce it, write a simple witty introduction. Go ahead, 5 to 6 points why, 5 to 6 points why not, conclude it, and by summarizing it or by coming up with something witty that summarizes your whole essay. Again, I've discussed argumentative essays in detail, so I'm not going to go into it so much. Now, again, the another one, this one is a topic that I have made because previous year, they were obsessed with, as I said, ICSE was really fixated with students' life. They might end up repeating it, might not, most probably, but still I feel that it is something, a topic that could be used. So discipline and routine are two core principles guiding a student's life. Write an essay either for or against this statement. Again, one of those practice the essay questions. Then coming to short story, write a short story with the following. This is from one of the papers, but I feel that if they can give kind of short stories, then they can give these kind of short stories. So write a short story with the following beginning: the day started well enough, whoever thought it would. Then science and maths are the most essential. So one of the papers that they had talked about moral science being a really important subjects. Now they can repeat it, and obviously they cannot repeat moral science, but they can make it science or maths or history or geography or whatever subject. But if you're writing an essay with two subjects in mind, it becomes easier for you to go and write there and make it better. So science and maths, the most essential taught subjects, write an essay for or against this statement. And then we live in a world where communication has undergone a lot of change. What are the changes? Since I was telling you, like now, since COVID-19 has passed, so essays on the topic of COVID-19, prepare yourself mentally, write 5 to 6 points. Again, that's not included in this video, in this PDF as per se, but prepare yourself to write essays on that. So COVID-19, what changes have come into the world? Similarly, technology wise, a lot of changes have come into the world technology wise. Now we have AI, we have chat GPT, we have so much of the contribution and so much of AI interference or contribution or interference, whichever way you want to take it in our life. So, and social media itself has changed a lot. It is no longer the social media it used to be 5 years down the lane or 6 years down the lane or 10 years down the lane or whatever. So we live in a world where communication has undergone a lots of changes. What are those changes? So how communication changed? One of the aspects of communication is social media. So you talk about that. Which one do you like the best? Why? So again, a kind of descriptive essay, but one which I thought was unique and might have a chance of coming in your examination. So my dear students, these are the list of certain 7 to 8 or 9 topics. I think I told you 2 to 3 more while discussing the essay, but these are the list of important 7 to 9 or 10 topics for your examination. If you wish to get good marks, practice these will give you a good foothold. I have worked hard for for analyzing these topics and for getting it for you so that you could get the best marks out there. So I hope it helps you. I hope you can utilize it, and I hope that you get the best marks in your ICSE upcoming examination. You still have, today is 13th, you have a couple of days in your hand. Use this time judiciously and practice as much as you can. Even if you're not doing total work, at least do some part of the work to help you get the best marks. That's all for this video. I'll be coming up another video, as I said, another video will be uploaded, which will be on the tips and tricks and strategies with reference to literature, which you should follow, which would be really helpful for you. And definitely I'll have a video specifically for preposition, and these prepositions are short prepositions. So you'll definitely get a preposition like this in your paper. Stay tuned, subscribe to our channel, like and share with your classmates, spread the education so that everyone get the best of it. And and I hope that you stay with episteme classes, which will help you out in your best journey for ICSE and IC preparation. Good luck, take care, work hard.